Do you wish that you could do this? Check out our tutorial on how to be a master of the rainbow flick. Hi everyone, Catalan Ben here, and we're back with an amazing rainbow flick tutorial. We're going to take you through the technical detail and then the movements that will get you flicking the ball up with ease. Now remember, the rainbow flick is a very tough skill to pull off and is a bit of a showboat skill. So it's not a skill that you'll use very often and you might not use it in front of your own goal. But do have a play around with it. It's great for building confidence and very, very fun to be able to do in front of your friends. Give it a try. Part 1 is all about building the right technique. So the first part of your technique should be using the insides of both feet. There is a tendency when people see the rainbow flick to think that the heel does a lot of the work, but actually the heel will tend to send the ball up behind your body, and we're going to need the ball to be in front of the body. So use the insides of both feet like the example here. So the technique is broken down into 5 main parts. Part number 1 is the roll of the ball. So we use the inside of the strong foot to roll the ball up the weak foot. And as the ball rolls up the leg, we use a flick of the weak foot to generate height and spin on the ball. The second part of the technique is the squeeze. To squeeze the ball, you must press the outsides of the ball with the insides of your feet. When you do this, you make sure that you give yourself a lot of grip on the ball and it helps you to get traction, which helps you to get lift on the ball. If you don't squeeze your feet together as you do the flick, you will tend to find the ball will spill off to the sides and go behind you, and you won't manage to get the height on the ball that you want. So make sure you squeeze the ball. Part number 3 is the flick. As your strong foot rolls the ball up your weak foot, the ball will go just above the height of the ankle. As it reaches that point above the height of the ankle, we're going to use the weak foot to flick the ball upwards and generate the extra bit of lift that you need. The flick happens just after we start the roll, so don't do both at the same time. Make sure that the ball starts to roll up the leg from the strong foot, and then the flick with the weak foot comes up about a second later. Part number 4 is the lean. Make sure you lean your body away from the ball as it rolls up your leg. So if I'm rolling the ball with my right foot up my left leg, I'd lean to the left, and that helps me to get the ball higher. If you stay tall and stay on top of the ball, you will struggle to generate any lift. So make sure that you lean to the left if you are using your right foot, or lean to the right if you are using your left foot. And the final part is the catch. Practice rolling the ball up your leg and flicking the weak foot up until you can catch the ball in your hands. After a few tries and the right technique, you should be able to lift the ball and catch it in both hands at the side of your body. If you're struggling to get the height, make sure you incorporate the flick of that left foot. And if you're struggling to get the ball to come straight up, make sure you are leaning out of the way of the ball, lean to the left, pop it up with the right, and then catch. The next stage is doing this skill whilst moving. So we're going to step forward now over the top of the ball to try and generate more distance on the rainbow. Take 2 steps back from the ball, and then walk over the ball and flick the ball up whilst moving forward. As you see in the example here, the forward momentum of your body should help generate more height. Try not to pause as you step over the top of the ball. We have to keep the forward momentum here to make sure that the ball lifts and gets up nice and high. The next stage is rotation. This is the hardest part of the rainbow flick skill. As you execute the skill, you must rotate and twist your hips and shoulders to help the ball move forwards in the air. This rotation of the hips is what creates the rainbow flight of the ball. So if you don't rotate, all you will get is a vertical climb on the ball where it comes up and comes straight back down. If you manage to incorporate the twist of the hips, this will send the ball up and forwards, which will give you that rainbow effect of the ball travelling high and coming back down in front of the body. As you approach the ball, bring the right shoulder back, and as you roll and flick the ball, twist your right shoulder forwards, and this rotation should push the ball forward ahead of the body. The more aggressive you are with this rotation, the bigger distance you will get on the ball. So start nice and slow and start with a slight rotation, and as you get better at it, make sure you really aggressively push the shoulders and hips forward as you make contact with the ball. That should really send the ball up in the air and forwards at the same time. It's really important to remind you guys, don't forget to squeeze as you execute the flick. That grip on the ball is crucial to sending the ball up in the air. The next stage is speed. To execute a rainbow flick with enough distance and force to go over a player, you cannot do it just standing on the spot. Now practice running at a slow pace over the ball and doing the skill. This will be difficult as you will probably miss the ball if you go too fast. So try and start quite slow and gradually build the speed and run faster over the top of the ball as you execute the skill. See what I mean here in the examples? Now see how as we execute, because we have forward momentum and speed going through the ball, this helps to generate that bigger distance and not just get the ball up, but get the ball further forward, and that will go over the defender's head and create that rainbow. So there you have it. They're all the stages that you should need to go through to go from not being able to do the rainbow flick to mastering the rainbow flick. Don't forget, insides of the foot, roll the ball, squeeze, flick, lean, and rotate. If you manage to incorporate all those steps, you should see bigger distances on the ball, and you should definitely be able to get it over at least a small obstacle. If you now start to master the rainbow flick, here's a few secret variations on the trick to really test your skill. These ones are a little bit more tricky, so they will take even more practice. Good luck. Thanks for watching this tutorial. Check out some of our other amazing videos in the Technique Tutorials playlist on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.